Hi, my name is Cindy Ritchie and I'm the District AP Coordinator for exams in the Cedar Rapids School District. This PowerPoint will give you all of the information and training that you will need to proctor the AP exams this year. But before we start, I wanted to say thank you for agreeing to proctor these exams. We have about 1,700 exams this year with about 1,000 students. We could not do this without you. In the email that you received, you should have a few documents. The exam schedule can be found there. The current proctor schedule can also be found on the email. We also still have openings, so if you have some extra time and would like to sign up for a few more proctor positions, that would be wonderful. If you happen to proctor an exam at the Veterans Coliseum, parking information is attached to that email. Also on the email are a whole bunch of links. Now, I'm not expecting you to read through all of these things. I just wanted you to have them in case you wanted them. You will receive a hard copy of the instructions at the exam, but I would ask that you leave the instructions there for the next proctor. We'll talk a little bit more about the instructions here in just a little bit. If you're proctoring a morning exam, you need to be at whatever location you're at by 7:15. The students will be arriving at the same time, so you might be a good idea to be there a little bit early. If you're there for an afternoon exam, be at the location by about 11:15. We do have two different locations this year. Most of our exams are given at the Educational Leadership and Support Center, or the ELSC. That's at 2500 Edgewood Road Northwest. We do have two exams that will be given at the Veterans Memorial Building, which is 50 2nd Avenue Bridge downtown. Please make sure you arrive at the correct location. What should you wear? Well, you're going to be walking around for up to 4 hours. I would dress in comfortable layered clothing. It could be warm, it could be cool. If possible, try to wear soft-soled shoes. Since you're walking around, we don't want to have any distractions for the students. Students will be given a 10-minute break in between sections of the exam. They do not have access to their bags or cell phones or anything unless there is a proctor watching their every move. Students are allowed to go to the restroom, but they can only be one male and one female at a time. Before the exam, if you could help students find their seats, that would be wonderful. Jefferson students have blue folders, Kennedy students have yellow folders, Washington students have red folders. Each student has been randomly assigned a seat number. They should know what their seat numbers are, but if they don't, seat number charts can be found in the front of the room. The seat numbers are numerical, so the smaller the numbers, they're in the front of the room. The larger the number, they're closer to the back. If you would help students find their seats quickly, that would be wonderful. Students are not to have cell phones in their possession at any time during the exam. If they brought a snack, drink, bag, or phone, they have to go to the front of the room. The students do not have access to them during breaks. Assist students in getting pencils and pens, which can be found in the front of the room. During the exam, make sure to read along with all of the instructions while the test administrator reads the instructions to ensure nothing is skipped. The first set of instructions are the general instructions number 2. They're read first, then the subject-specific instructions are read. If you feel that the testing administrator has missed something or skipped something, tell them immediately if you feel something is not right. During the exam, walk around the room and monitor students to make sure there's no cheating, make sure that if they have any questions. At no time are you allowed to assist students with content. If you have any questions that you don't know if you should answer or not, find the testing administrator. You are to keep the room attended at all times. So if there's only 2 people in the room, one person must be monitoring the students and the other one can escort students to the restrooms. Don't engage in conversation or any activity such as reading to the point that it interferes with supervising the students. Proctors are not allowed to use cell phones or electronics during the exam as for College Board policy. Also during the exam, if you would help distribute testing materials to the students, they do not need to be separated by schools. Supervise the testing room during exams. After the break, collect the folders and help put them in seat order by school. If this is the student's last test, only then can the students take home their student pack, but I still want their folder. After the exam is finished, collect and account for all exam materials before the students are dismissed. We have to have the correct number of materials before any students leave. Assist the students as they leave, making sure they do not take any exam materials, and return all exam materials to the testing administrator. If you have any questions, my cell phone number is 319-432-1807. That's by far the best way to get a hold of me. I do respond to texts. My email is sritchie@cr.k12.ia.us. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Once again, thank you so much and good luck. If you are an accommodation proctor, there is a couple more instructions that you need to know. Otherwise, if you're not, you're good to go and you can stop watching. Thank you. If you're an accommodation proctor, you will receive a folder with instructions. You will know if you're an accommodation proctor. These proctors will read all of the instructions to the students in your room. Follow the instructions in your folder, reading the general instructions number 2 first, then reading the subject-specific instructions. There will also be a supplied seating chart that you'll need to have students sit in that order. Because you're in a room by yourself, you'll need to do timing and all of the things that a regular testing administrator would do. So if you use onlinestopwatch.com full screen stopwatch for the timing, I can help you walk you through that when we get to our exam. Make sure you write down the timing on each student sheet in their folder. A copy can also be found in your proctor folder. Make sure you sign the bottom of their sheet before you turn in their materials. And if a student is allowed extra time, they do not have to use it all. If you have multiple students in your accommodation room, you cannot allow one student to go on until all of the students in the room have completed that section. Then at the end, you collect all of the materials. Thank you so much. I really could not do the accommodation room without all of the assistance of all of you guys. I really, really appreciated it. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would be more than willing to help you in anything that you need. Thanks so much.